Hello, everyone. My name is Victoria Radnothy with Pickleball.com, and I am joined today by Matt Leinart, former NFL quarterback and Heisman Trophy winner, who has now turned to playing pickleball in his post NFL career. Welcome, Matt. Thanks for chatting with me today.
What a great intro. I've turned to pickleball now as a former athlete. No, that's awesome. Thanks for having me. Appreciate you doing this.
So tell me, Matt, when did you first start playing pickleball? What's your pickleball backstory?
Yeah, so I started playing pickleball probably just a couple of years ago. It's I think still one of the fastest growing sports in our country, and it's sort of kind of started popping up in the community in which I live in. And I had friends that played, and I just kind of I started playing it, and I got hooked right away. For me, as you know, I'm 42 years old, so I still believe I'm young, and I feel really good and all those things. But it was just a sport that was really easy for me to kind of transition into, to play with friends, to play with my wife, to play competitively, to play casually, socially, all those things. And I think that is the great thing about pickleball, that it allows you to do that. So yeah, it was a couple years ago, and then I got involved in a pickleball team. So the New Jersey Fives is a team that I'm a part owner with. So that's also kind of gotten me closer to the sport. Kind of peel back the curtain and see and get to know some of the players, and get to know like their schedule and what they go through and just the events, and really learn the game more in that sense. From that perspective. And being a partner with Abbott has even made that closer. Abbott is great. I've worked with them before. Their commitment to just for people to get healthy, stay healthy, live a healthy lifestyle, that's something that's super important to me now, especially with kids and kind of my post-playing days, as you mentioned. And to kind of partner and be a part of Ensure Max Protein, which is the official protein shake of the PPA. It's just a great fit. It's just a great fit, and just happy to be a part of it.
So tell me, are there any skills from being a quarterback that when you play pickleball, you say, oh, I get this, this easily translates over?
Yeah, I think there's a lot, I think there's always naturally a lot of sports have natural crossover, footwork, lateral movement, all those things. There is strategy in pickleball, like the dinking and when do you take a shot and kind of hitting your angles, and all of that just takes skill. But I I always say this, like any sport I'm playing, I'm a hyper competitive person, and like I want to win, and again I can have fun, but I want, like, I'm playing it to like get better and to want to win and to compete. So that natural mindset, that kind of mentality, just always carries over into other things that I do. Even as like being a dad, like I want to compete to be the best dad I can be. So just having that kind of mindset of like I want to be the best at this, and I want to give my kids the best, So yeah, I think the footwork naturally, the instinct, kind of the angles, all that kind of stuff. And being a quarterback in the pocket, the footwork, you got to be able to move on the fly. You got to be able to react. I think the reaction time in pickleball is crazy. When they're hitting at the end, you got to have quick hands. So there's a lot of crossover there.
So you recently hit the court with a pro pickleball athlete, Callie Jo Smith. What was that experience like?
She's a rock star. She's amazing. Yeah, we shot that at Atlanta, for Ensure Max Protein and Abbott, and well, one, just like getting a chance to know her, and she's amazing, and she's an incredible athlete, incredible pickleball player, and then and to be able to do that with her and hit the ball back and forth, and both of us really kind of promoting the same thing, right? Like especially for me, one of the crazy stats, when you hit 40, you have a chance to lose kind of the muscle health, every 8% every decade, and if you think about that, it kind of adds up, so to really have a platform with Callie Jo and Ensure and all those, like, it was cool to kind of be able to promote that and kind of tell that message, like, hey, as we get older, it's important to continue to stay active, and whether that's playing pickleball or for me chasing my kids and so on and so forth. And Sure Max Protein is just great. It's great for that, right? To continue to get that protein in your body that you need as you get older, and you kind of hit those certain milestones in your age. So to learn from her a little bit about the game. I'm like, especially in things that I don't know. I love being a student kind of the game, like asking questions. How do you do this? How do you serve? What the third shot is super important in pickleball. So like, where do you attack the third shot? All that kind of stuff. So Callie Jo is amazing.
Did she give you any tips, any specifics that she's like, oh, you really helped with your dinking or anything like that?
Yeah, the serve for sure. Like I think I have an okay serve, but it was more just kind of how I hit it and how I follow through. And again, it's so simple, but it's like when you're not a pro and you don't really know what you're doing, you don't play every day. It's a little bit harder. So she was giving me a couple pointers like that, and then I play enough. I'm around enough to kind of learn a little bit. Just you know, like in anything, the more you practice, the better you get.
Have you been to a pro pickleball tournament since you're involved with the New Jersey Fives? Have you seen them play?
Yeah, I've seen this year has been a little bit challenging for me just with the baby, but a year ago I went to a handful of tournaments, got a chance to sit in the box with the team and be a part of it, like up close and personal. When we did shoot that earlier this year with Abbott and SureMax Protein, I was there for a PPA event, so I got to watch Anna Leigh play a little bit, who's on the Fives team. And so I'm just a huge fan of the sport. I love the sport. I love everything the sport offers. I hope it continues to grow. I think people really um, need to go watch it, go see it, go get to know these personalities and these incredible athletes, because they really are. I think there's always some just misperceptions, I think, of pickleball, but incredible athletes to watch up close and personal. So it's been a fun kind of handful of years here to be involved with pickleball more and more, and to see where this game continues to go. I do want to play with Annalie. I mean, I'm setting the bar really high. I'm like, you know what? I want to volley with the best pickleball player in the world. And she's down. She's amazing. I've gotten to know her the last couple of years, and I just hung out with her. She was or she was in LA, I think, for the ESPYs representing pickleball, which was like the first time ever a pickleball player was on the red carpet and all those things. So I was with her and her mom that week, hanging out in LA a little bit, just and she's amazing. Obviously, she's incredible. She's a great sort of advocate and face for the sport, and obviously there's others too, but just for getting to know her personally. So I'll set the bar really high. I would love to play with the best. And yeah, it'll happen one day. It'll happen for sure.
Oh, definitely. You might as well shoot your shot.
Yeah, right. I want her to just dominate, like she does on the court. That'd be a great story to tell.
You want to get humbled.
Yeah.
So there's a ton of college and pro athletes who are playing pickleball now. Like usually it's team bonding or helping stay in shape during their off season. Do you think we need more football players on the pickleball court?
Yeah, I mean, why not? The more the merrier. It's again, like for me personally, as I'm obviously retired and in another chapter in my life, it's about staying. How do I stay competitive? How do I kind of keep the athleticism going? And how do I find something else that I can, fall in love with or do as a hobby or all those things? And pickleball has become that for me. It's fun, it's social, it's all the things I've already talked about. And especially physically, as I just told you, as I've gotten older, I think your muscle health is so important because you can lose that pretty quickly as you get older. It's one of those easy sports where I can stay active, and then you combine that with Ensure Max Protein. Obviously, I get the proper protein that I need, and that would be the same message to other athletes, whether they're currently playing now or they're retired and trying to find something else to do. It's a fun sport. It's a social sport. You can play it at all ages. It's a competitive sport, and it fills a void for me. At least part is like playing a sport with a teammate, interaction, all of those things. And I'm sure as pickleball continues to grow, you'll see more and more athletes cross over, not just from football, but from every sport.
Where do you see pro pickleball going? Are you thinking it's going to go to the moon?
I hope so. I hope it does. I think just the more stories that can be told, the more that people, because I ask people, and I think the biggest thing is like people like who's AnnaleigWaters? She's amazing. Who is she? Who's Ben Johns? Who are some of these incredible athletes? Like telling their story, right? Getting to know these people on a more intimate level, personal level, right? Because I think people fall in love with personalities. They fall in love, whether you're kind of the villain or you're the, the superhero, all that. Like you want to watch because of, oh, I love her personality. She's amazing on the court, like all of these things. So I think pickleball is kind of finding that. I think the more and more it's on TV, the more and more people go to these matches and kind of see firsthand really how incredible it is, and really how competitive these athletes are, which is something that I wasn't surprised, but seeing it personally, I'm like, oh wow, this is really cool. Like I just had I had a blast watching, because it's very intimate. That's the difference. It's very on top, right? When you're at these events, they're right on top of you, so you get a chance to see that. So I think just having these stories told, just the more that the pickleball players can get out there and tell their story, and whether it's in social media, other things, I think the better off the sport will be. There's a lot of backing behind it. There's great sponsors. There's great Ensure Max Protein, the official protein shake of the PPA. Like it doesn't get better than that. So super excited to see where it goes.
And there's a definite misconception about how pickleball is not a real sport. It's not, made for pro athletes. What is your reaction to that, since you're very involved with the sport? You obviously drink protein shakes to help you support your game. Tell me about your reaction to that and that misconception.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing, is how do you get kind of those people to cross over? I don't, not like, tennis isn't for me. I love watching and respect it, but I couldn't play tennis. So everyone has their sport or what they like and what they don't like, and that's fine. But I do think if you give it a shot, whether you just want to watch it as a fan, go to an event, pull up on the TV and just watch it and see, it really is an incredible sport. And I love that you can play it when you're 10, you can play it when you're 70, you can play it in your 40s and be professional. There's just, it offers a lot, I think. And so, give it a shot, go watch it, go buy a couple paddles and go play with your wife, your friend, your brother, your cousin, whoever, your kids, go play and go see, and you'll see kind of how fun the game is, and also like how competitive it can be. You can make it as competitive as you want. So yeah, I just think getting those people to kind of get on board and just to go watch it, and go watch these athletes in person, which I'm always amazed by. It's incredible. It's going to get there. There's no doubt it's going to get there.
Well, that is all I have for you. Thank you so much, Matt, for chatting with me. This was so lovely.
Awesome, Victoria. Thank you for having me.
To keep up to date on all things pickleball, follow pickleball.com on Instagram or go straight to our website, and find a PPA tour stop near you to see all the action from your favorite pros live. Check out our latest video and don't forget to subscribe.